I woke up today on Saturday and started reading the automotive news. Wow. The First Brands thing has just basically gone parabolic. I've been reporting on this since November, and it is now getting to the point where bad things are happening. So let's get into it. This is the latest news on First Brands. It's from Motor One. End of an era. A major performance brake maker shuts down after 27 years. StopTech, one of the pillars of the aftermarket performance brakes, is ending its run alongside Rosbestos and Centric. StopTech, Centric, and Rosbestos are ceasing production of brake parts immediately. Existing stock will be sold to retailers as usual. Operations are ceasing as a result of First Brands Group Chapter 11 bankruptcy and $6 billion plus in debt. It's the end of an era for a major enthusiast brand. StopTech will cease operating after 27 years in the business of making high-performance brakes alongside OEM replacement brands Rosbestos and Centric. This marks a major shift in the aftermarket brake business, with StopTech representing a major share in the market. These three brands were tied up in First Brands Group's Chapter 11 bankruptcy proceedings following a federal fraud indictments against its founders in September 2025. First Brand Groups, which also owns Fram Filters, Michelin wiper blades, Reese towing parts, and Autolite spark plugs, has since beginning selling parts of its business to cover more than $6 billion of debt. More on that a little bit later. StopTech, Rosbestos, and Centric were for sale, but failed to find a buyer in time to cover operational costs. First Brands announced the operational wind down of the brands, including an immediate halt to production. No new brake parts are being made by the three brands, including brake pads, rotors, and calipers. The big brake business was what StopTech was most famous for, offering relatively budget-friendly brake kits. The company had a whole wide variety of sizes and application types, including street performance, track-oriented brakes, and full-on race kit. In its heyday, StopTech was a more accessible version of AP Racing or a Brembo kit, though quality took a noticeable downturn since First Brands acquired StopTech in 2020. Reports of failing brake rotors and low-quality caliper replacements, parts swirled. Centric and Rosbestos, meanwhile, occupied the OE replacement level aftermarket brakes. Centric was positioned at the mid-level, offering reasonable priced replacement rotors. Rosbestos offered rotors and pads at a premium price with an excellent reputation and a history dating back to 1902. Online retailers have stated that they will continue to sell stock of StopTech, Centric, and Rosbestos products until they are out. It appears no buyers to save out any of the brands, and thus a long chapter of automotive history is closing. Au revoir, StopTech. I hope you make more bright, big red brake kits at the big track day in the sky. And this is for Motor One and their take, which is pretty good. This is a bad news for performance driving enthusiasts in the U.S. StopTech was a major enthusiast brand that offered a lot of relatively affordable price point, and the loss of another option hurts the industry overall. Well, this is bad. They're talking about Chapter 11. This is what is really going to be happening at this point. First Brands, this is from Transport Topics with sources from Bloomberg. First Brands explore a shift to Chapter 7 for certain brands. Lenders grow hesitant after fraud allegations and loans decline. First Brands is already winding down North American operation of its brake parts, Cardone and Autolite units after failing to secure funding and find buyers for them. First Brands Group and some of its creditors are weighing shifting certain units into Chapter 7 bankruptcy liquidation as the company runs low on cash, according to people familiar with the matter. The move could allow the auto parts maker to sell assets and reduce advisory costs that have drained its bankruptcy loan. They received $1.1 billion in temporary funding and have already gone through all that money. And that was in November, said the people, who asked not to be named, discussing private information. The talks remain preliminary and no final decision made about pursuing Chapter 7. A representative of First Brands didn't immediately respond to a request for comment. First Brands is already winding down North American operations. The company has so little cash on hands that it has been operating on a week-to-week basis with help from automakers like GM and Ford, willing to pay in advance to keep vital parts flowing. Converting some of the units from Chapter 11 to Chapter 7 will place those businesses under a court-appointed trustee and, if still operating, lead to a shutdown and liquidation. Typically, creditors recover less in Chapter 7 liquidation than through a Chapter 11 reorganization or auction sale. Now, mediation, which has been ongoing, once viewed as a company that can be emerged largely intact after shedding some of more than its $10 billion in debt, allegations of widespread fraud across the complex web of financings have led some lenders to conclude that breaking it up may be the only viable option. The company and creditors have been in mediation for the past couple of weeks to resolve disputes over which debts are backed by collateral, which assets are actually owned by third-party financiers, and how to keep First Brands operating long enough to sell its factories and other divisions. A litigation trust may be created as part of mediation to reach a compromise with the unsecured creditors committee, the people said. In December, First Brands asked lenders for as much as $800 million, and this is on top of the $1.1 billion. But the rapid decline of its value of its existing bankruptcy loan, rising advisory fees, and the breadth of fraud allegations diminished appetite for providing additional funding. The company has since reduced the request as lenders considered selling off or liquidating certain businesses, which will result in smaller operations, Bloomberg previously reported. The company's most senior debt was quoted at 13 to 16 cents on the dollar on February 13th, according to a broker note seen by Bloomberg. Meanwhile, the second most senior loan was quoted at 0.375 or 6.625 cents. And the first lien loan that predated the bankruptcy was quoted at 0.0625 cents. Oh, so that's the end of the article. This is really bad. It is as bad as I originally said it was going to be. And the reason I can comment on this is that my background is finance. I went to school for it. I worked in the financial field for a very long time. This is not going to end well. There are no buyers for these companies. It's not going to happen. When you have a litigation involved, you're not going to find anybody that's going to take the risk. You're going to have forensic accountants climbing all over the books of each one of these companies to try to find all inappropriate things that were done. I mean, the best example to compare this with would be DeLorean Company. DeLorean Company went into bankruptcy and just went away because John DeLorean was under investigation for a lot of things. The company basically went completely belly up. Everything was gone. And the other part that I have to really hearken here, and because I've seen comments in the previous one, well, I don't buy those parts, they're cheap. This is going to be a major disruption in our supply. Honestly, Fram is probably 25%, maybe more of the oil filter business because they occupy an entire wall in Advanced Auto Parts. Asbestos going around, Centric going away, Anco going away. You're going to lose a lot of supply. Even if you lose 25% of supply, prices are going to go up massively. No one is going to be able to buy these companies quickly. No one's going to be able to convert them quickly. Their machinery and stuff's just going to be sold to other people. The names, the intellectual property is going to be bought by somebody, but you're not going to look at ramp up for another year or two easily. This is probably one of the biggest scandals in automotive history outside of DeLorean, I guess. This is very, very bad. And it not being reported by anybody in the mainstream media is disturbing. This crushes us as consumers. And at classic car people, this is going to hurt us a lot because Ray's best buying like drum brakes, buying shoes, and the drums themselves was already pretty hard. Well, it's going to get a lot harder. So I don't see very happy things for this. I don't see a very clean end. Honestly, I imagine I'm going to have a lot more of these really bad stories in the future because we are now at the point where they have stopped making stuff. So if you immediately need things for your cars, go buy them now. Don't wait. I'm not saying hoard. I'm saying if you need supplies, buy them now. Buy them soon because it's going to get very, very hard in a couple of months. I can guarantee that. I wish I had really good news. Comment below. I want to hear your thoughts on First Brands and anything you're going to be doing to help protect yourself from not being able to fix your own car. Comment below on that. Also, if you got anything, just hit like, subscribe, share, hype, do these things. I do this because I love cars and I want to try to help other people. So go there. And remember, if you have a cool car or something fun to drive, take it out because it will make someone's day and it will probably be your own. And I'll catch you very soon.